Thank you, everyone. It's been a delightful afternoon hearing all the readers so far. I met Hope Snyder several years ago in Shepherdstown, West Virginia, when I was attending the Contemporary American Theater Festival. If you haven't been to that yet, it's wonderful and it's worth going. But one of the greatest experiences was actually meeting Esperanza, or I know her as Hope, and Esperanza means hope. But she's just such a fascinating person, and there's a calmness about her, a grace about her when she walks into a room. She's very humble. She's lived such a fascinating life, and part of the fascination is being an independent woman who's been left by men. She started out her life that way. Her mother was deserted by her own father. She eventually moved from Bogota, Colombia, to the United States, living in Maryland, going to school in Maryland, having to learn a new language. And then in her 20s, she went off to Italy to study art and go to school over there, and she married someone and had another adventure in Italy. So she's a trilingual poet. Later in her life, she decided that that's what she really wanted to pursue, was poetry. But she doesn't only write poetry. She's also written a play, and she's working with someone on a screenplay adaptation. Her play is called The Back Room, and it's about a commandant in Colombia who takes prisoner a politician. And they're also with a reporter in this jungle outpost. So it's kind of this fascinating dance between these three women. And it turns out, or two women and a man, it turns out, I asked Hope, how did you get such a detailed understanding of this commandante, and how did you make him so human? You know, it would be tempting to just make him evil, because what is he doing but trying to overthrow the government and go around and kidnap people? But it turns out she actually knew a commandante in her home village who used to come and whom her aunt was in love with. So she's basing this guy on a real person, which I found fascinating. I'm going to let you read the interview, but I am going to read you some of her poetry. Three hoops of fire. Jumping through three hoops of fire, a poem half forgotten on the page. That poem lives and breathes and talks to me while our three hoops of fire blaze. The hoop of time, of living in the present, of making the past and the future one. The hoop of space, finding the perfect place to make those moments last. The hoop of love, a golden thread between our hearts. Oh, that you could see, looking at me, all our hoops are ablaze. Now was, now is forever when it comes to you. Behind locked doors. I've been behind locked doors with men, watched them smoke, drink, rant, and rave. On crumpled sheets, my heart lay bare, a sudden chill down to the bone. I've been behind closed doors with men, but stood in front of open doors with you. Walked through a graveyard without reading names, finished a bottle with no regrets, opened my mouth, welcomed your warmth, took in your skin, made love to you. I've been behind locked doors with men. They've touched my limbs and felt my breasts. But you've gone through doors that led to doors, found the key, turned the lock, danced through the threshold, followed me home. And this last poem is called Confessions for the Guerrilla Fighter Upstairs. The street, empty of your bodyguards. Empty your house. Empty the Chivas bottle. Empty my bed. Empty our dawn. Your army uniform hangs empty in the vacant closet in my home. Your t-shirt and my blouse on the laundry line like freshly laundered peace flags. I scribbled graffiti on your door. I was drunk, tired of hearing your speeches to the press. News of money you took from enemies and friends, your pretty girls, your libido for sex. For me, it was always our cheeks, rosy after love, your hands clean in the light, clean on my skin, your bloodless nails. I heard of your boots on mountain trails, of your men and women burning farms, taking children from their homes to teach them, not how to read, but how to load a rifle. I water plants, clip dead leaves off stems, buy black negligees, wear crimson lipstick, sweep tiles, dream your airplane stark and desolate in the clouds, my lips moist with wine, moist with you. Thank you.